be crossfire, but maybe I lied. I don't know. Because Jill, why don't we turn to you? I mean, you've brought up microfinance and look the paradigm of thinking of microcredit as some type of human right. And I know, Jill, as the executive director of the Hunger Project, I mean, you have many microfinance programs around the world. What is your reaction to this? The radical critique, which is not of necessarily the Hunger Project's microfinance programs, but I think you know what Lamia is getting at more generally.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be in violent agreement with Lamia. The Hunger Project believes in an integrated model of development whereby we believe in empowering and mobilising very poor rural communities to end their own hunger and poverty. And we have an integrated approach because we believe that we need to look across all the basic needs. Without going into our detail, part of that is in fact having a microfinance facility. We start that with a seed of $20,000. We don't believe that all the rights belong to the borough. We believe that because we're seeding that to the community and it's an essential part of the community development, we ask the community to form a committee of 100% women. They form many other committees, an education committee, a health committee, the overall community committee, to help set their own objectives. And in all those committees, we ask that there be at least 50% women. On the microfinance committee, we ask that there be 100% women, because it's the women that will repay us, and it's also the women on that committee that will know other members of the community and are best able then to make sure that the women who will take the loan will also make best of use of that loan. However, building on Lamia's point, we have a very patient approach, and before that even happens, we've ran a number of workshops, which we call Vision, Commitment, Action workshops, where we ask the community and individuals to think about what their vision is of a world without poverty, can they commit to it, and what individual actions and collective actions will they take towards that. Once everybody that takes a loan, and indeed the entire Women's Committee must have done that workshop, once someone takes a loan, we also have some other criteria. We ask that everyone that takes a loan also does a functional literacy training program, so that teaches them about basic things about credit and interest and savings and loans, and also does some very basic literacy, so that when they go to market with whatever they've produced from their very small loan, they will have less chance of exploitation. We also ask that they agree that they will send all their children, girls as well as boys, to school. And that's a condition of the loan, and if they don't meet that, when they come for another loan, they won't get it. And a third condition is that we ask that they agree to work with their male partners to put a pit latrine into their households, so that actually then leads to better sanitation, better health for the children, better health for the community. So those things are put together, and in fact we have repayment rates that are, well, I think they're the envy of the Crimean Bank. And at the end of about 5 or 6 years, and I've mentioned the word patience a couple of times, the women who are on that committee have run it so prudently and so carefully that not only have they actually improved the living standards of the community that they're working within because of the loans have been so carefully managed, but the $5,000 has grown to such an extent that they are able to receive from the government of that country a license to be a fully licensed rural bank, which we then gift to the community. And that gift is actually a very essential part of what the Hunger Project's work is, because then we enter communities knowing we want to leave them. And we know we can leave them when we believe that they have that license, and therefore the community has enough resources in that community to ensure that they continue to implement development projects on their own initiative using those resources from the community-owned bank.
Well, I think others should talk, because I would like to leave it for Q&A, because there are many questions.
Well,